Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And it's a good day to be Diddy.
Is it?
Well, compared to the others,
Okay.
he got a win in his case.
Yes. First win, I think, since he's been there.
I think maybe.
Woo.
We'll talk about Jay Cutler, who's obviously ex-NFL player, ex to Kristen
Cavallari.
Yes.
Well, he's moved on.
He is fully moved on, and I can't wait to see what Kristen does now that this news is out about him.
Yes, because she just is going through a breakup, but her ex has moved on.
Right. And finally, we'll talk about Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann. Cops were called to their house on Monday night over an argument.
Probably over the house, which is now going to be going up for auction.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Doesn't look good for those.
It's getting ugly.
Reminder, we are live on YouTube. Please leave any comments and we'll get to them at the end of the show.
Yeah, any of the topics that you feel like you want to chime in about, leave a comment. We'll hopefully get to them at the very end. Pick yours.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to say something about Charlie or myself, the other Charlie, let us know as well.
We love it. We love anything.
Yes.
Okay, to begin with, Diddy. Diddy won one of these minor type disputes in the case. So we talked about yesterday that his cell was raided and classified documents were obtained by like the feds, the people who raided.
And so this was just basically like a routine check. They'll always go to different inmate cells and they want to make sure you don't have any like shanks or like, you used your toothbrush to be like, a knife or something like that. But during the raid, they found a bunch of documents, which why did they take them originally? They felt like he shouldn't have them?
I think they do these raids on all of the prisoners' cells.
Right.
Inmate cells.
But what is he going to do? Give somebody a paper cut?
Well, no. His wasn't raided because of a violent thing that he might do behind bars. Prosecution had claimed that Diddy was wanting to find dirt on victims. That was in his notes. He was trying to find dirt on the victims. And also, he was trying to pay off witnesses.
Yikes.
So this is all alleged, of course. This is what the prosecution was saying. This is one of the reasons why Diddy's cell, amongst many others, was raided. Well, now, the judge in the case is ordering the prosecution to destroy any notes obtained from the raid.
Isn't it a little too late? Erase from my memory. I didn't read anything.
That's what I was thinking. I actually spoke to our head lawyer here at TMZ.
Whoa, isn't saying too much.
Poor Beckerman. He's also the head of this audio network.
Sorry, Beckerman.
He said basically the people who raided the cell, they're like the people who work at the prison, the feds. They are technically on the same side as the prosecution, right?
Why?
They're all the state. They're all the government.
It's the government. But, I don't think the jail is going to care if he wins his case or not.
Right. So what my friend Jason Beckerman said to me.
Okay, your friend now, your friend.
was that the prosecution probably didn't receive any of these notes from Diddy's cell.
Oh.
That once the raid happens and these potentially, damaging notes are obtained, damaging either to Diddy if he said something bad, or, the prosecution can't look at them and go over them because this is trial strategy. This is only information that Diddy and his lawyers should know right now. So once
So we are assuming that the other side did not read the notes.
Yes. They shouldn't have. They should have passed them on, even though they're technically kind of on the same side. They're the government, they're the state.
Yeah.
How it's Diddy versus the people or whatever it's going to be.
Yes.
These are the people and the people's representatives. So that, they probably didn't see these notes and they never will.
But if you're Diddy, don't you want your notes back?
Yeah.
If you've spent so many hours gathering evidence for your side or, strategy or whatever, for me, I'd be oh no, please don't destroy, please return.
I think maybe he'll get returned his property, but any sort of copies of it, anywhere it exists,
destroyed
will be destroyed. But Diddy's also
such a dramatic word, destroyed. Okay, you just throw them in the trash.
Yeah, put them in the paper shredder.
Yeah.
But Diddy's also just saying now that he doesn't kind of buy what the prosecution's selling. He thinks they've looked at the notes.
Yeah.
He thinks that they're cheating.
I mean, I would think that too.
But apparently what happened is commonplace.
Mm-hmm.
Beckerman told me we should just have him on the podcast.
I know.
It happens a lot. He says this isn't a rare thing. He said prisoners' cells are raided all the time.
Right.
Things are obtained.
Right.
Prosecution wants to look at those things.
Mhm.
The judge often orders, says, no, you're not allowed. Destroy that. So that what's happening, Diddy and his lawyers claim, this is miscarriage of justice. This is horrible. And maybe they feel that way, but also it is quite common for this thing to happen.
All right.
Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Great. All right. Congrats to Jay Cutler.
And his fiance, Samantha Robertson. So they are reportedly engaged. So they've taken their relationship to the next level. Sources told People magazine that the former star NFL quarterback, Jay Cutler, and Samantha, who's a mom of two, have been dating for more than a year, and now they're officially hearing wedding bells in the near future.
Well, they've been dating probably a lot longer than a year because
they went Instagram official September 2023.
So how long does it take to go official? 6 months?
Oh, no.
What?
Guys are just usually trying to get official like ASAP.
Excuse me?
Yes. Guys are like, want to like, put it out there. We're together. She's mine, usually.
That has no basis in the truth, Charlie.
You think it's the girl that like...
I think it's the girl, and so does everybody else except you.
Okay. But I don't think it takes 6 months to go official. That's crazy.
That is a bit crazy. I think that also once you're that age, it's kind of like when you know.
Yes, that too. So I would say couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
To go Instagram official.
I would say couple months. Let's just do it at a couple months.
Okay.
So, all right. They've been dating a while. And now they're engaged. Congrats. It's great. The engagement ring apparently is impressive. My thoughts are, how does
Kristen feel? Especially because her and Mark Estes, they recently like broke up, and obviously that wasn't going to be like a long-term thing, right? I know Mark Estes wanted it to be a long-term thing, but Kristen had always said like, oh, I'm in it for the chaka-chaka. I don't want any kids. I don't want to be married again. They're no longer together on Kristen's terms. But I wonder, do you think it still stings a little bit when your ex has like moved on and he's like in a happy phase in his life while you're kind of in like an unsure phase of your life?
Yes. I don't know, but I think she's in a pretending to be happy phase of her life.
You think so? Even though she broke up with Mark?
Well, so she says.
Well, true, yeah.
I mean, yeah, she broke up. She also says that she broke up with Jay. Like, she breaks up with everyone, apparently. And maybe she does. But
it's possible.
Also, she's just shouting from the rooftops lately how happy she is, how single she is, how she's getting it with this A-grade star and that A-grade star. It leads me to believe that maybe she had wind of these guys being really serious, and she wanted to send up sort of like the I'm okay type signal.
Yeah, and I mean, now their kids that they share have like a new, almost like stepmom.
That hurts.
Does it?
Well, I mean, they'll never call her mum. I wouldn't. These kids are like early teens or maybe a little bit younger.
Young. Mm-hmm.
They're young, but they're not so young that it becomes their new quasi-mum.
Yeah, true.
But it still does hurt that there'll be a maternal figure in their life that isn't you.
Yeah, and the girl's very beautiful too.
The girl is
You're
beautiful.
always comparing yourself.
But she doesn't look like Kristen, though. It's not like
No, I thought like usually guys have a type. Well, girls have a type too. Usually people have a type. But in this case, he went from a blonde to brunette.
Okay.
That's usually doesn't happen. You don't usually cross state lines like that.
He also went from like a city girl to a country girl.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kristen's kind of country.
Oh, yeah, she's from Nashville-ish.
Well, she's not from Nashville.
She's from the OC?
OC, yeah.
Okay, she's not Nashville.
Yeah.
She's not country. But like this new lady, Samantha, she's like
country.
She's a full-on hunter.
Ooh.
Like going through her Instagram.
Jay Cutler, he's a hunter.
I know. They are apples and apples.
So they have like similarities.
They seem like, right for each other, judging based off her Instagram. Like she's there holding like a massive turkey or sat by a dead deer.
Oh, I can't.
But I mean, Jay loves that stuff. You know how he's like, remember when he was on this very Cavallari? He was on her reality show.
Right.
And he was just hating life the whole time.
Yes.
That was kind of his bit.
Yeah.
He was always in the backyard with the animals and like That is who Jay Cutler is. He isn't like the glitzy, selling jewelry.
No.
I don't think they were ever right for each other. They probably just got in a relationship
because they were like both good looking, both like had some stardom.
They had their own TV show together then.
Yeah.
It makes it hard to get out of.
I guess when you think about it long term, they really didn't have a lot of things in common.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And this, she's got 2 kids, as you say, this new lady. You know, she was previously married to one of Justin Timberlake's best friends.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's kind of an interesting connection.
It's a little fun fact for you. So
She's in the celebrity world.
I wonder where Kristen goes in her
journey,
personal, professional, because I'm sure this will rattle her a little bit. I think we'll see her like hanging out with Pete Davidson soon. Or,
do you care who your exes end up with?
I mean, at this point in my life, I hope they end up with the love of their life. You know, I've ended up with the love of my life, so I hope. But before that point, I think you kind of like want to win, maybe.
Even though she's like been married, been divorced, moved on.
I think still there's a little bit of a comparison
factor.
Yeah,
I can see that.
All right, on to our last story. Cops called at the Zolciak household, not for the first time.
Probably not for the last time either.
Well, they've only got, when does the house go up for sale? On December 3rd, I believe?
Yes, it's going up for sale soon.
So they've got a couple weeks of living together. Oh, I guess then it goes into escrow for a while. So they've got a while to try to keep the peace.
I mean, TikTok on this house. And they've been trying to like push off like the courts. They've been trying to like sell the house. They've slashed the price down dramatically. Nobody wants this house.
This whole saga is coming to an end. I think, I mean, who knows? Maybe they continue it after the house sells.
Do you think they're going to get like an apartment together?
Surely
they've got nothing.
Surely they're not going to move in together. But where do the kids go? I mean, it's just complicated.
Yeah.
Never get divorced. Never have kids and get divorced. That sounds really hard.
Everybody does that.
I know, but it sounds so hard.
What do they call it? The gray divorce?
Yeah, the gray. Yeah, after your kids leave, then
Yeah.
So police responded to Kim and Kroy's home Monday night after someone called 911 to report an argument. Unclear. Sometimes that someone reporting the argument is from within the house. Sometimes it's neighbors.
Yeah.
Or they live close. So I don't know if a kid called. In the past, kids have called, which is really sad.
That is very sad.
But the cops came over, determined it was just a verbal spat, no physical altercation, and they left. I just think like Kim and Kroy could probably put on the website to try to sell their house, just all of the footage that cops have got through the body cam.
Like, this is what they play to like debut the house. Like, oh, look at how beautiful this kitchen is. And it's like, Officer Ronald here walking in.
You could lock yourself in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. The basement could be a beautiful home.
Right. Like, the cops have been called so much that it's just like,
it's too much.
I
bet those neighbors are so over this family. They're probably dying to get new neighbors that are like sane.
Then like sort of Jake Paul moves in next door.
Oh boy, imagine. At that point, I'd be like, I'm listing my house for sale too. See you later.
Okay, you want to read out the comments for us, Charlie?
Okay, so for the Diddy story, this is obviously about his cell being raided, him kind of having a legal win. Ashley Allen said, I sure as hell hope he doesn't get away with this. Prosecution having to destroy their notes is not a good thing. Not necessarily a horrible thing either, though. I don't know. We shall see. Roberto Mercer said, they got him red-handed way before they arrested him. He will never be acquitted. He will never buy his way out of this. Diddy Party will be in prison from now on.
It's going to be. I could see it going either way. I could see this being.
I don't see a world where he gets out of jail.
I do. Big celebrities with a lot of money, like OJ got off. You know what I mean? Like I know that's different times, different case, but I'm just like things happen. I could see him.
Yeah, but like there's all this video footage
of the crimes, or just of him freaking off.
Well, the crimes were a part of the freak offs, or like alleged like underage people, right? So. Yeah, all right. And then Mary Thomas said Diddy should join the Trump cabinet.
I could also see Trump pardoning Diddy for some reason.
They were buddies, right? There's so many photos of them partying together back in the day. They were in the same circle. Big Guy said, why are these two discussing legal talks? Are you guys both lawyers?
I mean, I did talk about Jason Beckerman a few, baby. That's why I tried to bring him into the...
Yeah, to get some legal advice.
Right. On Jay Cutler and his engagement... SM Down H9 says Jay Cutler getting engaged is stupid. It'll go just as well as his last marriage.
Woof.
Disagree. Like these, as I said.
I feel like you learn a lot from your first marriage, and you know what you want and what you don't want in your second marriage.
Yeah. These
they
guys
also say first marriage for money, second marriage companionship.
Oh, no. Second marriage is for love, I think. No, first marriage is for money.
Money. Oh, no. Wait. I think it's first marriage, love, second marriage.
Kids. No.
Money,
one of them is kids.
And then last one is companionship.
Yeah.
Look, if you can have one marriage, that's the way to go.
One marriage is ideal, though, as well. MM says this is going to be harder because they both have a child, like separately.
Yeah.
Yes. On Kim and Kroy, Justin Harris, the cop should basically move in to Kim and Kroy's place.
Yeah.
And Miss Courtney Renee, wah ha 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 ha. Go figure, it's once a week routine.
No
it is.
Kidding. They probably all know each other by like first name basis.
Yeah, good to see you again, officer, whatever. You know what I mean? And Miss Elaine, you want to read them, Charlie?
Sure. Miranda Lee said, my first time catching you guys live. Woo woo.
Hopefully not the last.
You're up early.
Right.
Well, I guess depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
Rick Saunders said, one of these Charlies sounds like a Valley girl.
Oh my God.
And the other one sounds Aussie.
Why did they pick the two people with the weirdest voices in the office?
Well, Melanie's voice, too, is a little...
Hers is jarring.
Yeah.
Yours is jarring adjacent.
The funny thing, like in high school, like no one ever said anything about my voice. Like I was the least Valley girl in high school.
Because you lived in the Valley.
Well, yeah. San Gabriel Valley, but yeah.
Now that you're out of the Valley...
Yeah, now that I'm out of the Valley, everyone's like, oh my God, your voice. I'm like, really? Okay, anyway.
Really?
Heather Adney said, Charlie, you are glowing. Which one?
We all know it's you.
Can't be me. I've been sleeping in.
You've been sleeping in?
Yeah, I'm like so tired. I went home yesterday. It gets dark at like, what, 5 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm in bed. I go home, I'm in bed.
What, don't you hang out with your husband a little?
Yeah, he came home. I talked with him a little bit, and I was like, I'm done.
You guys have a different relationship than me and my wife, I think.
You know what? He's been like sleeping on the couch lately.
What?
Because he's snoring, and I cannot.
Okay, we won't go into your marriage issues.
They do say, by the way, the holidays, least, you don't have like the mojo.
Oh, is that right?
Like, less sex in the holidays, they say.
I thought more because it's cold.
That's what people would say, but you're so cold you don't want to get naked.
Okay.
This is TMZ After Dark.
Yes. TMZ After Dark podcast. Okay, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.